Hello friends, Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time, and I'm here today for another herb profile, and today it's going to be about turmeric. And yes, there are two R's in turmeric. It's just that I pronounce the U with the long U sound, so it makes it hard to hear that first R, but it's there. I'm trying to say it, and however you say it, I don't care. Let's get down to this great herb because it has a lot of wonderful benefits, and it is one that you'll hear often when I'm putting together my lists of natural remedies for specific things. So I'll be linking to two different playlists down below. One is a series on natural remedies for ... which would be, diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, skin health, digestive health, lung health, and so on. I have a whole bunch of them out there. And this is one of the most mentioned herbs that I come across when I'm pulling together this information. So now I'm going to be talking about just all the great benefits of this herb by itself. So that playlist, that full series is one I've been working on for over 6 years. And that's where I break down individual herbs and spices and talk about their benefits and uses. So I'll be putting both those playlists down below if you'd like to look through there. I still have many more topics to go into both of these. I don't think I'll ever get to all of them, but just be patient. I'm still working on it. So let's talk a little bit about what the turmeric is. And turmeric is a perennial plant, and it's found mostly in parts of Asia and India, which is why in the countries from those areas, it is not just a common culinary spice, but commonly used as medicine. And what a lot of people may not realize, but I looked specifically into this because I was curious, is that even though the rhizome, the root, is the part that's used most commonly, all parts of the plant can be used, and that includes the leaves and the flowers. So just so you know that. And come to find out, curcumin, which is the active compound in turmeric, which is where a lot of the medicinal properties are derived from, are also found in the leaves. So besides the curcuminoids, some of the nutrients you'll also find in turmeric are manganese, potassium, magnesium, vitamin B6, and iron. Oh, and also, almost forgot to mention, turmeric is in the ginger family, which makes sense because ginger is another one of those roots that you'll find most common in a lot of the lists that I put together for natural remedies. In fact, right in here, these particular capsules are a combination of ginger, turmeric, and black pepper. But I don't always combine black pepper with my turmeric. I'll talk about that more in a bit. So first, let's talk about the many benefits of turmeric. And that is that it is a natural anti-inflammatory and analgesic, which makes it, that's what these are right here, makes it great for a pain remedy. And one of the main ways it works is bringing down inflammation to help reduce pain. Helps prevent cancer and fight cancer because of its high antioxidant properties. It's really good for digestive health, and that also includes IBS. It is great for brain health. It helps to improve memory and even builds new neurons in the brain. As such, that would mean it would be good at helping to prevent and treat other cognitive issues such as Alzheimer's and dementia. It's good for helping with joint and muscle health, and that does include arthritis or any other types of ailments of the joints and muscles and tendons and ligaments. It's very helpful with depression and anxiety. It is also anti-aging, which usually goes hand in hand with antioxidant properties. It is also antiviral, so this could be one you're including in whatever antiviral blends you're making. It's helpful at preventing and treating diabetes. It is helpful in ladies dealing with PMS and even, I would assume, menopause. I can't remember if I listed it off in the menopause video, but I probably did. But usually if something's helpful with PMS, it's also helpful at dealing with menopausal symptoms. It does help balance cholesterol, even though cholesterol is necessary, and I don't think we should be trying to reduce our cholesterol because our body needs it, especially our brains. It is at least something that can help bring balance if that's what you're looking for. It's really beneficial to the liver at helping to detoxify the body. It's great at treating acne. Now, this can be done topically, which I personally would never do, but that is also taking it internally as well. It's helpful at preventing heart disease and reducing the risk of clots. And here was a new one to me that I was really excited to read about, and that is it's very good for eye health, especially anything that is a degenerative eye issue. So taking that turmeric every day can be helpful at that. And then of course it also aids in weight loss. So now let's talk a little bit about the ways that you can use turmeric, and I'll also talk about how I use it, because I not want to put it in a lot of things because of its very strong color. Everything it touches, it turns this color, be it your countertop, your face, your cutting boards, whatever it is. So while I do use turmeric, I usually use it. There's a couple of recipes I'll use it in now and then, but usually it's capsule form for me. You can tincture it if you want. If you're gonna do that, I'd recommend going with some dried turmeric slices rather than a powder, because it's gonna be easier to strain that off. You can encapsulate it. Some real popular ways that people like to use it is in tea or in making what's called a golden milk, where they take milk and they add turmeric to it. I've yet to try that, and maybe I will someday. I'm not a milk drinker myself, though I do like to drink nut milk from time to time. I just have never been one to like drinking dairy milk, but if I get an odd craving, usually it's for something like molasses in milk. And then I think the next time I do that, I have that craving, I'm gonna try putting a little bit of turmeric in there and see what I think about that. The great thing about turmeric is that because of its kind of subtle spicy flavor, it's not super strong, but it's got the kind of flavor like nutmeg, for instance, that can go well with both savory and sweet dishes. So you don't always have to use it in savory things. You can actually use it with sweet dishes as well. And I have included it in, from time to time, in my jet fueled latte blend. I've added it to my seasoned salt recipe from time to time, just a little bit. And I'll link to my most recent video on the seasoned salt as well as a jet fueled latte. I don't remember if in either one of those particular videos I mentioned adding the turmeric, but just consider that something you can add to those. And then the one I like to use it most in is making something like a macaroni and cheese, especially if I'm using an uncolored cheddar, because that's what white cheddar is. It is simply cheddar that has not had the colorings added. And they're usually natural colorings, not always, but usually. But if I want that color, then using something like turmeric in there is a good option to kind of get more of that orangey color in there. And I have actually made, back when we were getting raw goat milk on a regular basis from our friend a few years back, like every week we'd get a gallon. And sometimes it was just far more than we could use up. Then I made a bunch of farm cheese, but made each one a little bit different, as you can see in this photo. And then the yellowish one you see, that's one I added turmeric to. And they were all excellent. So I do have a video on that I'll link back to. It, like I say, it's several years old because we haven't been able to get that milk in a long time now. And then some people do like adding it to smoothies. And by the way, anyone who likes to use turmeric on a regular basis and you have your own special recipes and things you use it in, go ahead and share some ideas with us down below. So other people, since I have more limited ideas because I don't like to use it in a lot of things because of the color, I'm sure a lot of you will have a lot of other great ideas. So anyway, let's talk about the turmeric or the curcumin and its bioavailability within the body. So I do have a video I did several years ago about this that I'll link to down below, because I list off all the different things you can do with turmeric that don't have to be black pepper to make it bioavailable. There's all kinds of different fruits, vegetables, or ways that you can prepare it that will do the same thing as the piperine in your black pepper will do. So I did, in this case, for these particular ones, go ahead and mix some black pepper in there. You only need a little bit, really. But this also has ginger, which really makes the black pepper somewhat unnecessary. But because I was trying to make a real powerful pain/anti-inflammatory remedy here, which does work pretty good, I did decide to go ahead and add a little bit of that in there. Now, the turmeric capsules you'll see here are just turmeric. I didn't add anything to that. And so just understand that even just cooking your turmeric, just heating it or mixing it with any kind of healthy fat can have the same effect as mixing it with black pepper, because not everyone can have black pepper, and that might not be the option. Quercetin is a flavonoid that you can combine it with that will make it more bioavailable, and that's found in so many fruits and vegetables. Again, I list off a whole bunch of them in that video, so I don't worry so much about that. And what I've been doing to help heal up my knee, if you've been watching any of my more recent videos, because I did damage the anterior cruciate ligament in my knee, the ACL, and it's not super bad, but bad enough I'm trying to get it to heal up. And so one of the things I've been doing is taking some turmeric daily, along with some other herbs and gelatin and so on. That's really good for helping to build up ligament, reduce pain and inflammation. So that's what I'm doing there. And I just wanted to bring that up about the, the whole thing with, do you really need black pepper? No, you don't. You can, and yes, it's helpful, but there's so many other things you can do if you can't have black pepper or just don't want to use black pepper, whatever the case may be. Anyway, again, please share with us your ideas down below, how you like to use turmeric. What's your favorite ways? Do you use it in a powder form like I do? Because that's the way I buy it, which, by the way, right now Anthony's is carrying it. They have a pretty good price on organic turmeric. And so I've been, Anthony's is one of my two main go-tos now when it comes to buying organic herbs and spices that I don't already grow. Oh, and by the way, as far as growing, a lot of people have great success growing it in pots. If you live in a warm enough climate, you can successfully grow it in pots. And you can find online lots of pictures of people growing turmeric in pots, and it leaves out, it flowers, and the flowers are so beautiful. And if I was to ever finally get it to grow, I would be using those flowers in salad for sure. And then finding ways to use the leaves in things that I cook that I don't want to turn gold. So that the leaves would be a good option in that case. And don't forget to check out my links to the herbs playlist and the natural remedies playlist, so you can learn more about other herbs and other ways to help bring natural healing to your body. All right, well, thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.